All right, gym shoes, baby. What's your go-to? I have 3 pairs that I'm going to train in on a regular basis, and then a 4th I'll use for some more of my longer-term outdoor activity. So actually a 5th if you count my cleats. So number 1, let's talk about the squat shoe first. So you need the right shoe for the right job, for the job you're working on. And for a squat, it's a very specific movement. You need to be able to have full stability, gripping that floor in place, and not having a shoe that's going to sink in on you. So if you're squatting in athletic trainers at all, you're hindering your ability to have the best mechanical advantage to the squat, because your feet are wobbling. They're moving back and forth. If you were to watch your video of yourself and pay attention to your heels specifically, you're going to see those heels moving back and forward and back a little bit there. And yes, that has something to do with the fact of where the bar might be moving to, but an easy fix, an immediate fix, is like get the right shoes. So right shoes are shoes that have a nice solid bottom, hard as a rock. They're not going to squeeze in, they're not going to push in. Like, they are solid foundation and great gripping for those grounds. Like, these shoes here have just a solid rubber base here. You can see the lines of them in there. Great for grabbing that floor and pushing into that floor there. So for me, Nike Romaleos 2 have been my go-to for probably 7-8 years now, the same pair. Still smell new, maybe not so new. Heel, so I'm a fan of the heel. I have ankle mobility issues that I've not really been able to conquer. More importantly, I feel very comfortable in this squat shoe. So I like these, I like the way they feel. I like the Velcro across the top. I tighten up on my laces, Velcro front, Velcro back, pull them in tight. Got my heel, I think I've got a 1-inch heel or so here. I just feel they're nice and heavy as well. So as I'm walking out with them, I've got concrete shoes on, preparing me to be surfaced with the ground there. So squat shoes. I also use the same shoes for when I'm doing my overhead press. And then from time to time, no, that's not true always, on heavy benching. So whenever I'm going for sets of 3 or lower, I'm putting those shoes on as well. There I can really drive into the ground there. I feel more grounded. I can push with my legs even harder with having my squat shoes on. Number 2 shoe. So my everyday bench press shoe will be here. So just a regular pair of athletic trainers. So no big deal. Oh, how ironic, they're black. Doesn't matter really what they are in this case here. So just finding a comfortable shoe that you're comfortable with when everyday training. So my squat shoes, for instance, when I'm done squatting, they're off, and I'm putting on my regular shoes for whatever next lift may be, assuming it's not squat specific. So if it's related to squat, like a good morning or a pause squat or a variation thereof of any kind of where the bar's on my back, I'm going to go back to my squat shoes. But if that bar's coming off my back, I'm going to go back to just sort of an athletic trainer. So that's squat. That's shoe number 2, which is the ones I walk in the gym with, right? And then final shoe number 3 is for deadlift only. So for deadlift specifically, I want something that's low to the ground, real tight. Now, you can get slippers. I found slippers for me don't feel comfortable in them. I don't feel secure. I feel like I'm a little bit slippery in those there, and that's not a confidence level shoe I wanted. So I went through probably 6 different pairs of barefoot runner style shoes to find the one that was right for me, and this one was the best one for me. So the toe's a little funky looking, man. That's not my style there, but in this case here, it's less about style and all about function. So these shoes here have a very thin and consistent sole across the length, front and back. There's no upward portions anywhere in this shoe, and I feel grounded on deadlifts in here, and I feel nice and tight to the floor here. I do like to deadlift in a shoe, and this is the perfect one for me. Yeah, I could walk around these all day, but just not my style. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, so these are great for that moment there, and I'll say I only use them for specifically deadlifts. Every other deadlift movement is going to be in the regular tennies here. So these here, I've probably been using these for about 4 to 6 years on these here as well too. So, and they get great use because I only use them for deadlifts. And then my last pair of shoes is just a good quality military style boot. Not military, but I love military style boot for a long trek. So if I'm taking long walks, hour plus, 2 hours with a rucksack or a weighted vest, I want a boot that's going to be on me, with me, and have anti-fatiguing capabilities or characteristics to that boot there. So I found a pair of Under Armours that have been great for me. Zip up on the side, tight laces, strong laces, and they can we can do miles in those without any issues. We, as in me, myself, and I, and my boots. So that's my shoe. Make sure you get the right shoe. It's going to be a big deal for your training. Let's get after it.